talk a little bit about that story I just read. And now, of course, I can't find it. But the, oh, here it is, yeah. So the story says, we have one Rebbe calling on God to bring Messiah, to bring the Mashiach, to make the earth heavenly for us. And we've got another Rebbe saying, don't call God, call the Jews. God himself said to Moshe Rabbeinu, when Moshe called to help them cross the Red Sea, God says, why do you cry out to me? Speak to the children of Israel. That's in Exodus 14:15. So even God tells us, why are you talking to me? We should be talking to everyone. You should be talking to your people. So that brings me to a point about community. What is community now? You know, what we're in the 21st century in a world that's online, a world that's almost everybody here is plugged in, is connected through the computer. I'm on Facebook. I talk to my family on Facebook. We talk on Skype every week for our extended family. We use our cell phones. I spend more time interacting with people through the computer than we do in person. Is that bad? I don't think so. We're able to connect faster and talk more and share more than we would have otherwise. So that begs the question, can we have community online? Is that something that we can do now? And I say yes. I think that it's definitely a possibility. We're in a new era. It's a new time, and it's time for us to take another step. So, yeah, you're right. Patrick says we're together almost every day doing this stuff, and here I am 15 miles from you, but right next to you. Yes, we're together. We're all together right now. We're all over the world, all over the country, and we're together, praying together. So I see this as a gift. It's a miracle. So I want to direct you guys to the PunkTorah site today, PunkTorah.org, or through YouTube, youtube.com/PunkTorah. And you'll see there's a new video that we put up today talking about what is community. What is Jewish community now? What does that mean? So we want to get a discussion started on there. You know, leave us your comments. Let's see what everybody thinks. Steve says it is kind of miraculous. I agree. You know, we're here talking to people that I've never met in person, and I never would have met in person. But through the computer, we're able to connect together, and it's incredible. Yes, shalom, David. Good to see you. Glad you came. So, you know, we're trying to see. This is a grand experiment. This is you know, the tagline that we say on PunkTorah. This is the future of Judaism. This is the next step. This is incredible. This is something that you know, who could have seen this coming? So let's see if it can happen together. Let's make it happen together. So Chava, hello. I see you've just joined us. Yeah. So if there's anything else anybody wants to talk about today, please jump in. I have a errand to run in a little while, but we've got some time, so let's chat. Again, you know, community. Let's see. Let's make it happen. So, if we want, I can read that story again for those of you who weren't here at the beginning. I'd be happy to, and see if if anybody has any objection to that. Please shout out. Otherwise, I'm going to read it again. It's not a long one. Any objections? No. Patrick says, I'd like to talk about how this idea of the shtetl mindset something. Shalom, Jewish people. Shtetl, yeah. Shtelt. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to read it again real quick. Reb Yaakov David, the Chief Justice of the Rabbinic Court of Kotznitz and a senior student of Reb Shlomo Leib of Linka, once visited Reb Menachem Mendel of Kotsk. After some time, their conversation turned to Reb Shlomo. "I am a great admirer of your teacher," the Kotzker Rebbe said, "but there is one thing about him that I do not understand." Reb Yaakov David said, "I do not pretend to be my teacher's equal, but perhaps I can explain that which confuses you. Please share it with me." "Excellent," Menachem Mendel said. "Reb Shlomo is forever calling out to God, asking God to send the Messiah. This is true?" "Yes, this is very true. My Rebbe's passion for Messianic redemption is greater than all of ours put together." "Good. So here's my dilemma. If the Rebbe is so concerned with Messianic redemption, why does he entreat God? Better to call to the Jews and urge them towards teshuvah. After all, when Moshe Rabbeinu called out to God at the shore of the Red Sea, God said to him, 'Why do you cry out to me? Speak to the children of Israel.'" Rabbi Yaakov David smiled and said nothing. So, what it's saying is, you must choose to turn from evil and do good. The turning is in your power, and your power alone. But the results of this turning are not yours to control. This is where the other power comes in. You choose to change, and then God gifts you with change. So, we see it's, let's see here. Sorry, let's take care of some stuff here. So we see that it's within our power to sorry. There we go. All right, we're back on. Sorry, the chat stopped for a second. It's within our power to change, but we can only go halfway. We have to do the turning, and God will do the rest. So I think, like what you said, Patrick, you're saying how we think of the community is just where you live, and Steve, you say that's the old paradigm. That's true, and that's half. What we're doing is half. This new paradigm stuff is half. We have to turn. We have to do this change. And if we do that, then God will do the rest. But we have to take the first steps. We have to transcend this paradigm and bring us to the next step. So if anybody else wants to say that, but Steve says we have to think of our community as being where we live. Well, right, we were restricted to where we lived. We didn't have the ability to reach out like we do now. We didn't have the ability to connect with people from all over the world. And Patrick, you say, you said it was a meeting about empowering the Atlanta Jewish community, and the whole time we were on our cell phones watching YouTube videos. None of us are from Atlanta, and most of us will die somewhere else. That's exactly true. Patrick, why do we still feel that way? Because Steve said, I agree with Steve completely. That's the old paradigm. It's people trying to connect to that they can't get over this block. There's a block there where they were, ingrained with the idea of what is community. They have a definition of what is community. I think once you go Abraham on that stuff, once you do PunkTorah and smash the idols of what you see as community, we can create a new community. But once you think you know what community is, you have no idea. So, hi Pamela, good to see you. Shabbat Shalom. Steve says we could think of a more global Jewish community and even post-exile. Absolutely, Yeah, go mad Abraham. Exactly. Because when we start, once you set up an idol, once you set up a definition of something that it is, you can't get past it. You try to fit that into other things, and it doesn't fit all the time. That's what we've learned. So Steve says, we still knew there was a larger community, but now we can extend that even further. Yes, growing and growing and growing. Chava says, I think one of the biggest elements of moving beyond the shtetl mindset is to get over the idea of we only help other Jews too. Absolutely. Yes, I agree. Because we have seen in the story of Naomi and Ruth and everything, the Messiah himself comes from a line of non-Jews, a ger, a righteous convert, a righteous stranger. So if even the Messiah himself's, great whatever grandmother is from a convert, that doesn't mean, we can't only help ourselves. We're in the world now. We're not isolated in Israel or in Jerusalem or in the shtetl. We're part of the world, so we need to grow. So Steve says because of modern technology, we can extend that further. Exactly, and that's what we're trying to do, and that's what we can do. Chava, you say it drives you crazy when there are charities that only help other Jews but will turn away others in need. Yes, I agree. Pamela says, I'd love to be isolated in Jerusalem. I would too someday when the conditions are different. And that's a whole other topic. So, but yeah, let's grow. Let's get over that paradigm. Let's smash that idol of these people who are blocking us, who are preventing us. Patrick and I have talked about how when we did a lot of research to see about online synagogues. Is there an online, solely online synagogue? And we've seen rabbis who say, why would you do that? You can't do that. You can't have a community online. That doesn't constitute community. I disagree. I'm sure you would disagree too. We're bigger than that. This is a different time. This isn't the time of the shtetl anymore. This is a growth time. So Patrick says, I like the idea that connections that make the internet possible technologically look very similar to the neural connections in the human brain. Yeah, it's all electricity, man. We're all connecting with each other. We're God's brain. And all the people are, neurons firing at each other. Maybe that wasn't so good, but anyway. So let's, I see that's what we're doing together, not just PunkTorah, but all of us in this community, the OneShul, PunkTorah. We're trying to destroy this terrible... Chava, awesome. Thank you. Chava says she loves it when Michael goes panentheistic on us. I'm so glad that you know the difference. Let's smash this false idol that is preventing us from moving forward in the same pace as the rest of the world. We shouldn't be behind. We should be leading the world. We should be leading the world in advancing and moving forward, together. So that's what I think. Yes. So let's see. Anyone else? 1 point for Chava using the word panentheistic. Yes, absolutely. That's yeah. Pamela's buying a dress today for the Orthodox shul. That's awesome. Have fun with that. Next Saturday. If you'd like to write something, Pamela, for the site and tell us how that goes and your exploration into Orthodoxy for the first time, we'd be interested in hearing about that. Chava, explain panentheistic so we're all on the same page. Whew! You've caught me in a conundrum because I don't know if I'm quite ready for that. I tell you what I will do though. Next week I will make a video about the difference between pantheism and panentheism, so that we can. But I would like a little time to back up with some text, some textual quotations. So if you can give me a line here, give me a minute, give me a couple days so I can prepare, I would appreciate it. If you put me on the time now, put me on the spot now. I don't want to fail anybody. So that's right. I want to make sure that I have it right. Briefly, I guess pantheism says there is God in everything, or God, like God is a tree, God is a grass, blah blah. Panentheism is God is in. God makes up reality. So it's instead of different gods of, or the God of the trees, the God of the grasses, God is. It's the isness of God. Pamela says, you're right, I want precision. So I will be back with a more precise explanation. Steve, can I make a video about tefillin? I love the one on tzitzit. Absolutely. And I will make it just in that style because I think that one worked well. Chava, you say, is it bad? The best definition of panentheism I've ever heard came from the 90s movie The Craft. No, I don't think that's bad at all. I remember watching that movie. I can't remember the explanation, but if you can share it sometime, that'd be great. But God's, yeah, awesome. Please email it. God is everywhere. God is in everything. God created the world. If we look in the Torah, it says, not only does it say, and I can't remember the exact verse now, and I'll give it to you if you want me to. I'll look it up. But it's a verse of Psalms about praise, and it says God created the grasses and the trees and the winds and the boats that sail in the ocean with goods and for people. So in this verse, you see not only did God create the trees and the grass and the winds and the earth, God created the boat. God created technology through man. God's still creating. So, that's important. Pamela asks, can we speak about Havdalah? You do not have a ritual at home. Where do you get started? Wine, Steve says, wine, cloves, and Havdalah candle. Absolutely. You say the blessing over the wine and the spices and the candle, and then you'd sing some songs and put the candle out in the wine. There's some specific resources with how to do it. We don't have anything written, but a siddur, as Steve says, absolutely would help. Chava, you and Rob are thinking about trying to do a streaming Havdalah service. That would be awesome. We would love that. Please let me know, and we will set that up. As soon as just say, Michael, I want to do it Saturday night, and we'll say, cool. This is how you get on, and we'll get you set up with with everything and promote everything. But that would be great. We would love that, because that was, that's community. That's bringing each other into each other's homes. That's important. It's bringing everybody together, and that's what we want to do. So Pamela says, that's it. I thought there was more to it. No, it's maybe next week. Absolutely. Give me the date, Hava. Just tell us the date, and we will put it on the calendar that we have. We're going to publish the calendar probably on. We have it on OneShul that's not live yet. We'll probably put that also on PunkTorah so that we can see all the different events that we're starting to build. Pamela, Havdalah is welcoming, closing Shabbat, and welcoming the new week. So, that's what it's really about. So look in the siddur and sing the songs and look at things like that and make that. Most importantly is the kavanah, the intention. So, yes. And yes, we need headshots of everyone who is interested in the OneShul project for the site we are building. Chava, you don't have to sing. That's okay. Well, I guess we will thank you later. But, that's your offer is great. You don't have to sing. I don't sing all the time. But, yes, everybody who could send a headshot who is interested in working with OneShul, send me an email. Here's my email address. If you're interested in writing for OneShul, developing content for the site, making videos for classes, doing a video on a lecture, doing a how-to video, if you want to contribute any way you can, please let me know. Yes, if anyone wants to write for the newsletter, let us know. Email me, michael@punktorah.org. We'll get you set up with author-contributor access to the site while it's being built. We will get you a OneShul email address so we can all stay together. Pamela, I've been meaning to ask you if you wanted a OneShul email address and author access to OneShul, if you want to contribute some other pieces, so we can get you the list for the newsletter you're doing. Okay, Pamela's new email. Yeah. Okay, I will send it to you today, this afternoon, and you'll have both of those access. Anybody else, if they want to get involved? Chava says, can I get y'all to send some positive prayers and energy my way? I have 2 really good jobs job interviews next week. Yes, in fact, I would like to help you with that in 1 second. Pamela says, Michael, do you trust me? No more major faux pas, promise. Absolutely, I totally trust you. It's all about working together. Am I going to be on Facebook later? I need to talk to you. Yes, please get in touch with Patrick. He can guide you a little bit more about the graphics for the new kosher. 1 second. Let me see. Where's my resources here? Okay. There we go. This is for Chava and E. Spiegler. Okay. I've got my Tehillim here. We're going to read some Psalms for the both of you. And let's see. Let's find the right ones to read for you. Special occasions. So we say for success. 57 and 112. Okay. So I'm going to read two. I'll tell you exactly 1 second. I'm going to read two Psalms, one for Chava and one for E. Spiegler. Absolutely. We're going to be reading Psalm 57 for Chava. Steve, I will get you a login on the website. Absolutely. Okay, so if we can all, if you want to read along, otherwise, please say in your hearts or out loud that this is for the benefit of Chava and success for next week. We'll be reading Psalm 57. Okay. Psalm 57. Hotly pursued in his life in dire peril, David affirms his absolute faith in God. For the conductor, a plea to be spared from destruction by David and Mechtam when he fled from Saul in the cave. Favor me, O God, favor me, for in you has my soul taken refuge, and in the shadow of your wings I shall take refuge, until devastation shall pass. I will call upon God Most High, to the God who fulfills for me. He will dispatch from heaven and save me from the disgrace of the one who yearns to swallow me, Selah. God will dispatch his mercy and his truth. My soul is among lions. I lie with men who are aflame, people whose teeth are spears and arrows, and whose tongue is a sharp sword. Be exalted above the heavens, O God, above all the earth be your glory. They prepared a snare for my footsteps. My soul is bent down. They dug a pit before me. They fell into it, Selah. My heart is steadfast, O God, my heart is steadfast. I will sing and I will make music. Awake, my soul, awake. O psalter and harp, I shall awake in the dawn. I will thank you among the peoples, O Lord. I will sing to you among the nations. For great until the very heavens is your kindness, and until the upper heights is your truth. Be exalted above the heavens, O God, above all the earth be your glory. Father, we pray that you have success and luck. And 112, we'll be reading Psalm 112 for E. Spiegler for success. Yes, according to panentheism, God is in the medical bills. That's true. So let's turn to Psalm 112. Send thoughts of love and success and strength to E. Spiegler. One who truly fears God will fear no misfortune, but he will be safe and secure in God's providence. Hallelujah. I praiseworthy is the man who fears Hashem, who intensely desires his commandments. Mighty in the land will his offspring be, a generation of the upright who shall be blessed. Wealth and riches are in his house, and his righteousness endures forever. Even in darkness there shines a light for the upright. He is compassionate, merciful, and righteous. Good is the man who is compassionate and he conducts his affairs with justice. Surely this person will never falter. In everlasting remembrance will the righteous person remain. Of evil tidings they will have no fear. Their heart is firm, confident in Hashem. Their heart is steadfast. They shall not fear, until they can look calmly upon their tormentors. They distributed widely to the destitute. Their charity endures forever. Their power will be exalted in honor. The wicked man will see this and be angered. He will gnash his teeth and will melt away. The ambition of the wicked shall perish. Amen. So, Steve, I will get you another login, a corrected login for the OneShul site. Anybody else who wants to contact me about being involved in OneShul, the most incredible, amazing, online synagogue you've ever seen, the only online synagogue in the world, let me know. Michael at PunkTorah.org. I'm very glad everyone was here today. It's very important for us to be together in community, form community, and grow this community. So, Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Great success, great love, and Yasher Koach to everyone here today. Thank you for coming, and Shabbat Shalom.